Hello, my friends, and welcome to another fucking episode of Aggressive Pogo. It has been a fucking week since I've been here. Oh my god, I just released a new video on Instagram about 3-4 days ago, maybe 3 days ago, featuring the Element Cup, and I decided to do an Ultra League video featuring this pretty fun team. However, I don't recommend this team for climbing, but I did have a really good time. Fetched is always such a good time. Able to get a shield, and yes, I'm farmed down, but now we can have the alignment with the Charizard. Catching the Icicle Spear on the Shadow Magnezone as well. I tried my best to highlight Magnezone. It didn't work out too well, but I just wanted to have fun. Honestly, I have mentally been in a very rough place in my life right now, and I've been suffering with mental health for a long time, but that's no excuse. I gotta keep making some videos, and I know everyone out there is going through shit in their life, and I think that it's important for me to stay consistent. And so I took a couple days, I took a week. I hope you guys don't hate me, and I realize there are some people waiting on me to release content, and I apologize for making you wait. But yeah, I'm here. I made it back. I'm doing a little better. I'm not 100%, but I definitely feel a bit better. I love you guys, and I appreciate you. We're almost at 400 fucking subscribers. Let's fucking go. And yeah, back to the R-rated Pokemon Go content. Into a Cresselia. I'm hoping 2 wild charges are enough. And I think I go for the bait here, trying to get a buff and hopefully a shield, but my opponent calls it. And we don't even get a buff, so it just kind of fucking sucks. Defeats the whole purpose of that. Overall, this team was okay. Like I said, I don't recommend them for climbing. I think it's a lot of fun to have the Magnezone. And if you're going to swap, especially into a flyer like Charizard, you have to swap really quick, or else you're kind of fucked, because Charizard is a fucking monster and will basically beat anything, even a Swampert, if he's ahead on energy, which is absolutely insane. Other than that, everything's okay. I should be releasing content every day. If you guys are interested in shirts and Aggressive Pogo gear, please hit me up on Instagram at Aggressive Pogo, and we can chat it up, figure out what size you need, where I'm sending it, all that good stuff. And I'm going to get back on my game, so I apologize once again for being away for so long. I just needed some time to myself. I had been releasing content since about January, every single day, multiple videos. If you go on my Instagram, I have videos for days. I really advise you guys check that out. And I have a shit ton of videos on here as well, but my Instagram definitely was booming in the beginning. I had so many videos. Catching the move, and now farming up like fucking crazy, getting to the Brave Bird, hoping it's enough to take out the Talonflame, and it is. Obstagoon's coming back out. I'm at the Leaf Blade. I was gonna try to farm down, but it's not worth it, and that is a G fucking G. This video is not that long, by the way. I think it's about 6 to 7 battles, and I just wanted to have fun. I wanted to release something for you guys, and not really overthink it. Trying to get the best fucking content in the world. Honestly, any content is good content, just as long as you are consistently posting. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, let's just get into the battles. My head's not working, alright? So don't fucking mind me. My brain's just not working these last few days. Going through some really personal issues I'm not going to get into. Feel free to reach out if you want to be a friend. I will definitely have a nice conversation with you. We can talk about it. But yeah, catching the move on my Charizard, it's probably the Blast Burn as well, which is perfectly fine. And I have my clone Charizard, and I'm farming up. My opponent trying to catch a Dragon Claw, but I hold out and figuring that he might want to swap out. Also, I was trying to wing attack down so that maybe I could just throw the Dragon Claw and call it a day, but he tried to catch. So here the fuck we are, up on energy, basically double blast burning this Cresselia, and I think I can shield farm all the way down, which I end up doing. Pretty insane. Throwing the Leaf Blade, but I accidentally overtap, and it doesn't kill me, and I get to the Leaf Blade. Does my opponent respect it? And he doesn't shield, and I'm not at the back-to-back Dragon Claw. Oh, I am at the back-to-back Dragon Claw, but my opponent's at a move, and I lose this heartbreaking match. And that is a G fucking G. Oh, that broke my heart. Losing that match really broke my fucking heart. I didn't realize I was at the back-to-back, but also I don't think it mattered. Like, he was throwing a move anyway. He was already at one. I didn't have a shield. So I would have had to throw the move before the wing attack, if he even threw a wing attack, and then throw the second move on CMP and hope I win it, but I don't know. That was a rough one. Getting to the Dragon Claw up against this Haxorus. We're seeing a lot of these now after the Community Day, and my opponent is double shielding that motherfucker, which is very interesting to me. Going for the Breaking Swipe, which actually does a shit ton of damage. Wasn't expecting that. I want to take switch advantage, and even though I have 1 HP, my opponent will not get a lot of farm, so this is perfect. And we win switch advantage. And he has a Gramble in the back, which is beautiful. We don't want to align the Surf Farfetch'd on him. And I'm throwing the Wild Charge as Gramble swaps out and catches it on a Melmetal. Going back up to the Wild Charge, catching on the Surf Farfetch'd. I should be able to farm down. And Gramble's going to take me out with 1 charm, but I'm at the Wild Charge. Is this enough to KO the Gramble? Yes, it is. Get the fuck off my screen. And that is a G fucking G. Into the next opponent, up against the Buzzwole again. And all I got to do is take one of these lunges. It's no problem. I can tank it. Can't tank a superpower. I think that would one-shot me, but usually they just go for the lunge anyway. Get into the Brave Bird. This will easily one-shot this Buzzwole. And I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. I'm going to let him farm me down, bring in the Charizard, get the alignment I want, and I can tank any move this Buzzwole throws. And he decides to throw a lunge, and I'm able to farm all the way down, come out with a lot of energy. I swap into my Magnezone. My opponent has a Swampert, and he has a Cresselia in the back, and that Swampert is going to be hard to deal with. But as long as I'm up a shield, I should be okay. Charizard has some energy in the back, and I'm thinking that this is going to be a really close battle. This is going to be a wild one. Getting to the second Wild Charge. Does my opponent shield? He does not. Getting to the Magnet Bomb. Hoping my opponent shields this with his last shield, but he doesn't. And now Charizard versus Swampert. I go for the wing attack instead of the move, which is beautiful. I need as much energy as I can get. Going for the Blast Burn first, which really worked out beautifully. My opponent doesn't shield. I'm at the Dragon Claw and a third of the next Dragon Claw. My opponent gets to another Hydro Cannon, and now it is a race to the next move. Can I get there? And I do, and I'm gonna win CMP anyway, and that is a G fucking G. Charizard closing the fuck out. Let's go. I think this is the second to last match. Up against an Ampharos with Surfetch. Counters are gonna do a good amount of damage. So are the Volt switches, but I'm gonna be beating him as far as energy and CMP, so I'm not too worried about that. If this is a Thunder Punch, I will be able to survive it, but it's the Zap Cannon. My opponent completely catches me off guard with that. I know Home Slice Henry did a video on Zap Cannon Ampharos, and there it fucking is. My opponent bringing in an Obstagoon to the Magnezone, and I have to swap out and get the fuck out right away. And I'm ahead on energy and shields. I should be able to tank a Night Slash, no problem. My opponent goes for an Obstruct, lowering my defense, and a Lugia is coming in. And the fucking open Ultra League, hitting it with a Blast Burn, getting 50% of its health. I should be able to wing attack and throw a Dragon Claw to take this motherfucker out. And hopefully my opponent shields here. We get that last shield. We can Blast Burn the Obstagoon in the back. Getting to another Dragon Claw. Charizard going fucking off right now. Going off. Getting the Spark down. Getting the Spark down. Let's fucking go on the Lugia. Able to get to a Wild Charge. Doing a shit ton of damage up against the Obstagoon. And yes, he has energy, but I should be able to shield here and hopefully deal with whatever's in the back. My opponent throwing another Obstruct. Oh, there is nothing in the back. That's a G fucking G. What am I saying? And this is the final match, I believe. Into a Tapu Fini, and we had the Leaf Blade coverage, even though this is a fairy type, which is beautiful about Surfetched. You have to love it. You're going to see a lot of these Tapu Finis. My opponent swaps in a Charizard as I swap in my Magnezone. Does he respect the Wild Charge? Boom! Get the fuck off my screen. My opponent quits. That is a G fucking G. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next fucking episode.